Jake is continuing to chop the cabbage, and we need about 2 cups of this. For all you mathematicians out there, that comes out to about 1 pint.
This is approximately 1/2 of an inch.
We're getting that fine what is it?
1/2 of a tablespoon.
Alright, so we just got that nice and evenly measured 1/2 a tablespoon of salt. Alright, Jake, what are you going to do with that?
I'm going to dump this into the 2 cups of Naga cabbage.
There you go, getting that salt all evenly distributed throughout the 2 cups of cabbage.
And we're going to let this sit for 30 minutes.
Alright, so now we are adding our packet of gelatin along with 4 tablespoons of sugar.
It's unflavored.
Alright, so now we gotta measure this out. And now with the straight edge, will be the 4th one. Oh wow, that's beautiful.
This is 1 cup of boiling water. And we're going to add it to, where did you put the mixture?
It's in the sink.
Okay.
It's actually not boiling water, it's extremely hot water. That's what the directions ask for. So there we go, we added it to the sugar gelatin mixture.
Do you have a spoon?
Okay.
So we're gonna stir this until the mixture is completely dissolved.
We're using a wooden spoon. Alright, so we are adding 2 teaspoons of almond extract. This is 1 teaspoon. Stir that in a little bit. Alright, now for the 2nd teaspoon. Oh, that's very precise right there. And add that one in.
Water. So this is 1 cup of cold water.
Oh, that was almost bad. Alright, should I stir?
And continue to stir. This is 1 cup of evaporated milk, and it's going into the mixture.
We are now putting our complicated mixture of gelatin and other substances into the refrigerator. Sorry for the background noise, my sister's going to the incarnation formal. Alright, so now we are measuring 4 cups of flour. Alright, we're going to add it to our medium-sized mixing bowl. And number 4, leveling that out nicely.
Okay, so we're adding 1/4 cup increments of boiling water into our flour.
Look at the flick of that wrist. Look at the flick of that wrist.
Look
Look at the flick of that wrist. 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 Look at the flick of that wrist.
Try to like hit the edges as well.
Okay.
Should I stop the video? Yeah, okay. Now we are going to use the dough we have just made and roll it into balls and knead it.
And we're gonna roll it into 1 ball.
Eventually it will be in 1 entire ball.
Okay, I'm flouring the board. And then this is our dough. Here, get it close. That we formed. And we're just gonna knead this into a nice ball.
Alright. There's my dog. Alright, we will get back to you once this is kneaded.
So we have our ball of flour, or dough, it's dough now. And we're going to be placing that inside of a bowl, and we're putting a damp cloth over the bowl, and we're going to let it sit for 30 minutes.
Now we are going to mince the ginger root.
And that mincing is 1/8 of a inch.
Alright, so now we're going to mince the garlic. We need 2.5 tablespoons, did you say?
1.5 tablespoons.
Okay, so we need 1.5 tablespoons, so we got 2 cloves to start with. We'll probably eventually use a few more, but yep, so this is pretty much what we're going to be doing right now. Mincing. Alright, so we're going to be adding the first of 2 tablespoons of the minced ginger. Okay, alright, now for one more. I'm nervous. Alright. Let's pat that down as much as we can. Good for the second tablespoon. And we are good. Alright.
Okay. So we're adding a ½ pound of ground pork. Is it a ½ pound?
It is.
It is a ½ pound.
And then one egg.
This is an egg. Show the whisking of the egg. Just whisk it.
We fork whisked it, so.
We fork whisk.
Alright, so you can get a general idea of what we did. So now we're adding the one egg to our little bowl. It's a big bowl, actually. Alright.
Okay. Ready?
Yeah,
Okay.
okay. So now we have one of our 3 tablespoons of the sesame oil. So we're going to add that. This is a very hard contraption to work.
This is so stupid.
Okay, stop.
Jesus.
Okay, okay. That's definitely a second. Okay.
Okay.
Alright. So that's probably good.
Oh my gosh.
That's the third cup.
Just
Okay, that's the third tablespoon.
Jeez.
Okay, so now that's all in there.
Okay, so now we're adding 2 tablespoons of the soy sauce, and this one actually pours out of the bottle. Okay.
Alright, now we have to wring out the excess water within the cabbage using a rag. So we're going to wring this out real quick. So the directions say just squeeze it, because the drier the cabbage, the better, quote unquote. So we are going to do this for the 2 cups of cabbage, and then we will add it to the bowl. Alright, we're good. Yeah. Alright, this is just a portion of the 2 cups, so we will be adding to the mixture. So, yes. Okay, that's it. Alright, so now that the cabbage is added, we're going to use our hands and mix this all together. So this feels very weird.
Okay, and at this point we've added all the ingredients except for the chicken stock.
If you guys remember, stock is one that has the bone in the liquid. Not in the package, but when it is manufactured, the bone stayed there. So we're now dicing the onion, and if you guys don't remember, dicing is when you cut something into 1/4 of an inch round, like diameter squares. Squares don't have diameters.
No.
So I mean, it's a cube that will have a side length of 1/4 of an inch. So I'll just
that's good.
So I'll just do a little example here. I'd say that's about 1/4 of an inch. Would you say, Jake?
No.
Okay, well, Jake says no, so we're going to shorten that up a little bit.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, that's a dice.
Right there.
No, wait. What, were we dicing?
Yes, we were. Okay, so that's a dice.
Okay, yeah, that's a dice. So we're taking this nice juicy piece of ham, and we're just going to dice it. So this will be an example of a dice. And the dice is what, Nicholas?
1/4 of a side length cube. I don't know how to explain it. It's a cube that has the side length of a 1/4 of an inch.
Use square inches.
Are you talking?
Yeah. So what we're doing now is we're finely chopping 3 cloves of garlic.
Indeed.
Indeed. And I will be taking over... Oh, I cut the ham into the dice.
Alright, so now we are going to peel this ginger. It's a 2-inch piece. We're going to chop it after we peel it, so we'll get back to you after that. Alright, we're now chopping the peeled ginger root. That was a bad chop, I'm sorry, Mrs. Spot. Alright.
Okay, so I'm going to crack 4 eggs and use the fork whisk technique. So what we're doing now is we are just chopping.
Slicing. We are slicing this. So we're getting them all into uniform pieces.
Right.
So we're choosing them at like 1/2 inch.
Okay. And these are supposed to be scallions, but we couldn't find any.
So we substitute them for green onions.
Green onion and
which is a suitable substitute.
yeah.
And we're using 3 of them, by the way.
3, yes. And okay, so what I'm doing now is we've taken the dough out of the bowl after it's been allowed to rest for 1 hour, and we're rolling it into a strand that's 1 inch in diameter. That's okay. So once we have this strand of dough in a 1 inch in diameter strand, we're going to cut it in 1/2 inch intervals. So that's 1/2 inch. And we're going to stand it up like that. As it going. Okay, so what we're doing is we've stood these 1/2 inch sections upright and we palm them down and flour.
We're going to palm them down into a 3 inch diameter.
Okay, so we have the 3 inch in diameter dough, and now we're going to take a small portion of filling and just add that in the center. The directions say to be careful not to get any of it on the edges, and once we do that, we're just going to fold it over and use a pinch method to get that in there. And it'll end up in the half moon shape that you see now.
Alright, so we got our saute pan. It's well coated in oil. Alright, so now we're going to add our dumplings. We're going to keep the flat side on the pan. That's scary.
So yeah, be careful. That actually smells like Chinese.
It does.
That smells really good. We have all this leftover dough that's beautiful, by the way.
Alright, so they're brown on the bottom, and now we are adding the chicken stock.
Be careful.
Be really careful. And we have to add that onto there. That was so scary. Okay, stop. Now we are checking to see if the stock is evaporated, which will indicate that the dumplings are done. What do you say, Jake?
It's not evaporated.
Okay, so we're going to leave it on there for a little bit longer.
Another 5 minutes, right? So what we're doing is we're pouring in 4 cups of rice. And we're just going to do the 4 cups into a bowl. We're going to smooth that out.
That's good, I'd say.
Yeah, that's good. And so do 3 more of those.
Alright, so now we're adding 1.5 cups of the mixed vegetables that we have bought in. It's some peas, green beans, corn, carrots. So this is going to be used for the rice, by the way.
My finger got in the way.
That's fine. So that's 1. I mean, I gotta break up the
That's true.
frozen. You can tell it's gonna be a long night cleaning up. Okay, so here's the other half. We're done.
Okay.
Alright, well, we took them out of the saute pan. Left them in a bit too long, but hey, it's all part of learning. Alright, we're adding 1 tablespoon of oil to this saute pan.
Which is currently hot.
And we'll let to start the fried rice process. I'm very nervous for this one.
Okay, now add the ham and cook, stirring occasionally until light and brown. So stir until lightly browned.
mix it a little bit. Okay, stop. Well,
The onions.
no, the onions are right there. Oh my goodness. Okay, we're adding that large amount of onions to there. You don't have to do it all at once.
I know, I got it.
Alright. It's popping like
Jesus
crazy.
Christ.
That's why Jake's doing it.
This is so scary.
Okay, get the rest of them. And we're going to leave these in here until they're fragrant, is what the directions says. So I'm
Oh my
assuming that means
god.
once you can smell them clearly.
Okay.
Alright, so the popping went down once we added the onions, which is very nice. So we are going to add some salt and pepper to this mixture.
Yeah, I do that.
Alright, it doesn't say a specific amount, so we're just going to add a dash of pepper, or a dash of salt. Need a little bit of pepper, you know, a little bit of that in there. Okay, and now we are going to add the rest of it. Then we add all that?
1 to 2 minutes, let that cook.
Alright, 1 to 2 minutes, let this cook. See you then. Alright, time to add the rest of our veggies. Alright.
No, add, wait.
We're adding all of it.
Yeah.
So,
No, garlic and ginger and scallion.
that's all of it. So here's the garlic. The ginger, this is peeled ginger. And the scallion. Okay, 3 onions is what we use. Alright, well, there we go. Now let this cook for a little bit. Alright, about 30 seconds has gone by since I last saw you guys. But we're going to add the frozen vegetables now because it said wait 30 seconds. Alright, well, see you again in a jiffy. Alright, we're putting all this into our bowl now. Does it matter that it's glass or no? Now we're doing 2 tablespoons of oil for the rice part. So just put your nerve wrecking. That's 1. 2.
Okay, so I'm adding the eggs. And now stir constantly.
And we will be back. Alright, the eggs are ready to be put into the bowl. Alright, for the final time, we are oiling the pan with 2 tablespoons of oil. Alright, time to add the rice. It's 4 cups of that, if you can recall. So make sure that these clumps don't get like stuck together.
Stir fry.
Okay, I think stir fries when you do this, right?
Yeah. Jesus. Oh god! Oh god! Oh god!
Put that out. Are you doing this? Okay.
You burnt the rice!
Okay, we're not using that on our video.
You idiot!
No, we're good. Okay, act like nothing happened.
No,
It's on a new burner.
That's going into the blooper.
There we go.
Okay, so the rice is now crisp after stirring, so we'll add it to the current mixture.
Alright, this is 1 of 4 cups of chicken stock. Or cooking stock. Go.
Okay, we're adding 2 tablespoons of cornstarch to the chicken stock. You actually recorded.
Alright, so now we're adding a teaspoon of ground ginger to the chicken stock and the corn starch.
Use that knife.
As you can tell, our kitchen is rather messy.
We messed up. So now we're adding a 1/4 tablespoon, nope, that's a teaspoon of the ground, or what is this?
It's ground garlic.
It's,
So it's called garlic powder.
yeah, garlic
So
powder.
yeah.
And I got that knife. Into, make sure it goes. Okay, so here I'm breaking and whisking with the fork whisk technique.
How many eggs?
2 eggs and then 2 egg whites. Okay, so we removed the 2 yolks, and they're like these balls. And it's really cool to play with.
So this is me fork whisking this together. We're slicing these green onions very thinly, and they make me tear up like none other. So we're doing 3 of these green onions.
Yep.
Alright, we're putting this in the pan. It's a little broth mixture. Okay.
And whisk that with the fork.
Alright, we're actually not whisking it. We're stirring until it. We're stirring it occasionally until it comes to a boil. So, see you then.
Okay, the broth solution has come to a boil. So now I'm adding a teaspoon of sesame seed oil, and I'm adding the gently stirring, and I'm adding the egg as well, gently stirring, and here's the green onions. Gently stirring. Okay, so the mixture, or it's a soup now, has fully combined, so we'll pour it into a bowl.
Good eats. Alright, well here's a before us cleaning up picture. So, as you can see, we got ways to go. So, we'll see the after in a little bit.
A half cup of cornstarch.
This is to start the sauce for the General Taos chicken.
And a 4th cup of water. So now we have 1 1/2 teaspoons of minced garlic.
And this was left over from the previous dish that we made that used it.
Okay, so we have a 1/4 of a cup of sugar. It did say a 4th cup, right?
Yes. Correction, we need 3/4 of a cup of sugar. So, this is
So we're measuring out a 1/4 of a cup of white vinegar. Alright, so Nicholas stabbed
it opened.
top.
We couldn't open it.
That works. So this is a 4th cup of white wine. It's actually Moscato, but that's the same thing, I guess. And then into the sauce again. Okay, so now we're chunking our chicken. Okay.
So there we go. We're going to do this for the rest of the chicken. Alright, so now we're going to be slicing up some green onions. We need 3 cups. 3 cups, you said?
2 cups.
2 cups of them. So probably going to start crying shortly. It's done.
Okay, this is a chili. Okay, this is a chili, and you take the cap off, and all the seeds fall out. Okay, now we're whisking it in. This is a whisk.
So we're putting in 1/2 cup of soy sauce for our sauce mixture. Okay. Alright.
Alright, now. Okay,
Oh!
we have a can
It's
of the chicken broth,
14.5 ounces, which is perfect because that's what the directions ask for.
and we will add that.
Shake it up, baby. Yeah.
This is a cup of cornstarch.
Alright, so we're adding this to the egg. Let's take out the whisk. It's already whisked. The directions do say this is going to be very, very paste-like and clumpy, but they say it's okay. So there's a 1/4 a cup of soy sauce. So I don't want that to get stuck on the whisk. Oh my goodness, this is all going to be like... Yeah, that's definitely a thick paste right there. Whoa, this feels so weird. It like feels like a whack. Alright, so now we're coating the chicken in this weird sauce. We're not even coating it because it's... you just have to pretty much like lather it in it, I guess. It's very weird texture. So yeah, and then we are also right now we're heating the oil to 350 degrees on the stove so that we can fry the chicken till it's nice and crispy.
And we are using a thermometer of some kind.
All right, so now we're putting this chicken onto the skillet.
Holy!
So we're letting this cook until crispy. So we'll be going by the eye. So this is what it looks like right now. When it's too crispy. All right, well this is me flipping the chicken. We just have to make sure that it's evenly coated on brown on each side, you know. Make sure we're cooking thoroughly.
Wow, that's really hot.
Yeah, we gotta make sure it cooks thoroughly so we don't poison anyone.
And
right.
we checked.
And that was our first batch, and it's looking very good. We're gonna put that.
Okay, I'm adding 2 cups of green onions to the oil. That's that pepper. And I'm gonna stir fry it. Nicholas, this is really fun.
Don't do it too much. It's only for 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And then you have the sauce.
Alright, that's good. So now I'm adding the sauce. This is the sauce, and I've stirred it until it got
Right now Jake is putting the fruit
cocktail.
on the gelatin for the dessert. We're eventually going to cut this up a little bit. So we'll get back to you in a little bit. Adding the sauce to the chicken right now. So
That thing's still on.
well, you'll see that's
Just, do you think it's good or bad?
I think it's good.
Why?
It was.
pretty
The only bad thing about it was that it was a little cold.
It was a little cold.
But I like
okay.
the sauce. It's like a sweet sauce.
Okay, sounds good. Oz?
It was tasty. Nice sweet sauce. Mine was warm, so no bad stuff.
Okay, sounds good.
How is it?
Alright.
What's the flavor like?
There's not a lot of flavor.
So it's pretty bland is what you're saying.
Okay,
Yeah, it's pretty bland.
pretty bland. Oh, Gretchen is trying our pork dumpling, and she's gonna add some soy sauce.
It's hot.
It's hot?
Good.
That's good. Okay, what about the taste?
It's like, I don't know, I like it. It's
Okay.
soft, too.
It's good.
What do you think of the texture?
Yeah, you need some type of cookie.
It's real soft. A little
Real soft.
rubbery, but it's not
Okay.
bad.
Alright.
That is good.
Good flavor.
Nick likes it.
Do you like it? Does it taste like China
Oh
colleges?
yeah.
Alright.
Very good, minus the crunchiness. So it's very bad.
I'm very nervous.
So what's your opinion on it?
It's kind of like bird food.
It's very crunchy, isn't it?
Yeah.
The crunchiness is due to the fact that we left it in too long.
I can't do it.
Don't do a close-up of me. So, I mean, how's the texture? Is it nice? Or is it something like a restaurant type?
Yeah.
Okay, we're restaurant quality food.
I like the chicken.
What do you like about it?
It's good.
Well, I need some
Taste and
descriptive words.
texture, what do you think?
It's got a good sauce.
Why?
Wow.
Oh, someone's asking for seconds.
Alright. Yeah, so I'm tasting the ice cream.
Okay.
Or should we do soup?
What is that?
It's really hard. We burned the rice, okay?
It's good.
Well, why? What do you like and what do you not like?
It's a little watered down.
Okay, so it's a little bit liquidy, obviously, it's soup. But, just try it.
It's like tofu.
It doesn't taste bad.
Do you not like the texture?
It's not bad! God!
Stop yelling at me!
It's